Right now, somebody is hating on you, and you and me. That's what we gonna tell them. Get it. I'm in a whole different stratosphere. Vision is sharp and my path is clear. On my purpose plus I'm eloquent. Your opinion of me is irrelevant. I'm in a whole different stratosphere. Vision is sharp and the path is clear. On my purpose plus I'm eloquent. Your opinion of me is irrelevant. Does it matter what they say about me? Cause I know God don't play about me. Rumors don't matter if they aren't true. The reason they mad is cause they aren't you. They aren't blessed, they aren't highly favored. They're just jealous that somebody made it. Words may hurt, but it didn't kill. And you can't break what you didn't build. Use these words as an affirmation. Don't let them distract you from your aspiration. Let the hatred feed your inner beast, but always keep God as your centerpiece. What that mean? You gotta be in B with it. Always. Don't stand for nothing, then you need to sit and watch the real soldiers take a risk. If you relate to this, then homie, make a fist. I'm in a whole different stratosphere. Vision is sharp and my path is clear. On my purpose plus I'm eloquent. Your opinion of me is irrelevant. I'm in a whole different stratosphere. Vision is sharp and the path is clear. On my purpose plus I'm eloquent. Your opinion of me is irrelevant. If the keyboard is crazy and the drum pad is kicking, you can pass me the mic. I'm about to start spitting. Will they love me, feel me, relate to me, lyrically, hate me, despise me, corrupt inside spiritually. It's the times that we're living in. No selling my soul, there's no giving in. I ain't waiting on a Judas purse. Trained till the arms are bulging through the shirts. Get the picture, that's what cameras do. Protect what I own, I got hammers too. Prefer peace and I'm praying on it. Club Shade, let Damon weigh in on it. Use these words as an affirmation. Don't let them distract you from your aspiration. Knowledge and wisdom helps you free yourself, and success will find you, so be yourself. I'm in a whole different stratosphere. Vision is sharp and my path is clear. On my purpose plus I'm eloquent. Your opinion of me is irrelevant. I'm in a whole different stratosphere. Vision is sharp and the path is clear. On my purpose plus I'm eloquent. Your opinion of me is irrelevant. I need y'all to say that every day. We on a whole different stratosphere. We don't give a damn what the haters say. Yeah, I'm out.
Can I fall short? Can I sing just a little while longer? Can I fall short? Can I sing just a little while longer? Can I fall short? Can I sing just a little while?
Look, somebody tell the Lord, I ain't forget what he done for me, but when God around and his head's around, all the things I chase it around from me, of course, sure I'm blessed by the Lord, but sometimes I can get bored, it be a snore, all this evil ignored, and thinking that I can get more. Yeah, I'm attached to the Most High, but need an extension on this cord, so I can drift off just a little bit with the sinners and the hypocrites. You bless them and they distant, you pick them up when they tripping. When I fall hard, and they karma never be instant. This my plea.
Can I sing just a little while longer?
Ain't no sin that strong that can stop my will or go against mine. And I won't be gone for long, I'll be back before the end times. It's some things I ain't doing, see, I got to depart. Before you growl at me, put some aces on that GR, let's make a deal. I won't kill and I won't steal, but my intention's gonna be ill until I make a $500,000. Turn a blind eye to me, cause I'm gonna be who I'm gonna be. And when I'm done, I'm gonna be done. But for now, listen to my plea.
Can I sing just a little while longer? Just a little while longer.
Abanawa, Shabashamayim, Kwadash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakwatha, Taba'a, Ratazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Ba'aratazar, Kawa, Hayah, Bashamayim, Lathananawa, Lacham, Kal, Yawam, Wasalachnawa, Chaubwathnawa, Kasalachnawa, Chaubwathyanawa, Wala'a, Tabia Anawa, Manasaya 1, Abal, Hawashayanawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Wa'ala, Wa'atapa Arath, La'ai Walamyam, Aman.
Shalom, shalom, everybody. All praise to the Most High. Now we here today. Hope everybody's Sabbath was great, and I'm praying that the Most High continue to put lungs in your and put breath in your lungs, and I pray that the Most High words stay in your mouth and the Spirit stay in your mind. Right? Because that's what we got to live by. The laws. That's our ticket to get up out of here. And that's our ticket to show love to one another, right? So I got my brother Yashawan with me today. And also Yahana will be on here a little bit later on. Ara couldn't make it today. And Brother Peliah couldn't make it today. So we send our prayers up to Brother Peliah. He had a doctor's appointment. So we just pray that he get everything goes good for him at his appointment. And pray that Ara have a safe travel back home. So let's get it going. But go ahead, Yashawan.
Shalom, man. All honor, glory, and praise to the Most High God, Yahweh, Hashem, Malak Yahweh. Double honors unto the elders of the house of David. And, I hope everybody had a very great Sabbath day. I hope all went well with everybody. Let's go ahead and let's get it.
The title of this lesson is called Be a Friend, Not an Enemy. And it's a part 2. The brother Yashawan did this class a few Saturdays ago. And in that class, I told him when he got done, I said, man, I love that class. I would like to land me back off that class. And I would love to jump on it and do a part 2 with you. So he gave me the gift to do it. And I'm honored to do it with him. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to get it started. So you could kick it off real quick, Yashawan. You can bring out your first one, and I'll jump on with you. That's how we'll do it.
All right. Let me see. Let's go to we're gonna go to let's go to 2 Corinthians 13, verse 5.
My screen has been shared. Can you see my screen, Yashawan?
I see it.
Okay, All right. It's the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 13 and verse 5. Examine yourselves, whether ye be in the faith. Prove your own selves. Know ye not your own selves, how that Yahushua is in you, except ye be reprobates.
All right. See, here's the thing with this, man. This also goes into, what I'm saying? When you examine yourself, you got to examine yourself on knowing that, hey, man, is you really in this? Is you in this all for the right things? Is you in this, to be a friend unto your brother and your sister? Because guess what? When it comes out to this kingdom, man, you ain't building this thing by yourself. You was not doing it by yourself. And then on top of that, too, as well, examine yourself to know that, hey, if you're going to be a friend to somebody, be a friend unto them. Don't need for you to, you don't need to make an enemy out of nobody for no apparent reason. Or because somebody else don't like them and, like you was in the world, oh, I don't like that person, then you don't like the person. Man, check yourself. And then before you go make you a friend, also examine that person as well and be like, hey, let's see what, you know what I'm saying? Let me see what it's about. Let's see what makes everybody not like this person or not want to be with this person. But that don't mean that you don't like them. Sometimes you gotta see things for yourself. And I'm laying there.
Con. Well said. Well said. Right. So again, be a friend, not an enemy. So understand this. When we're in this truth, a lot of us, we always think we're like the best friends and we're the best person to be around. And we always say, like, I'm a real good friend. Then we always say, like, I'm the realest, right? So I'm the realest you ever met, the realest you ever gonna know. And so being a friend, there's flaws in that too. Everybody, if we're flawed people, we're gonna be also flawed to our neighbor, right? Ain't no such thing as the realest person you will ever meet. And that's you, Yahweh Shai. That's one. Second, you're going to make mistakes when you are a friend with somebody, rather in the truth or out the truth. But guess what? You can be a good friend, but doesn't mean like you're the realest friend that anybody ever met. There's no such thing as that. So we got to clean that up for one. For one, it's so many things that we flawed in as being friends, because if we flawed to the Most High, then why do you think that we're not going to be flawed to our neighbor? It's things that we need to work on daily, like the brother brought out in 2 Corinthians 13:5. Examine yourselves. So we always have to examine ourselves. You know what I'm saying? That's why we got to prove each other daily, yearly. That's what we got to do. Because I might have known you for like 10 years, but if I haven't seen you in another a year later, I haven't seen you, hey, I got to reprove you again and see if the connection is still there. Doesn't mean that we fell off, but we still got to still have that proving stages. You prove your marriages every day. I don't care how many years you've been with your wife or your husband. You still got to prove them, right? So I want to bring the scripture out real quick. I'm going to go to 1 John, and I want 4 and 20. Can you see this, Yashawan?
I got it.
All right.
If a man, this is the first epistle of John, chapter 4, verse 20. If a man say, I love Yahweh, and hateth his brother, he is a liar.
All right, so I don't say this. Read that again. Let's see what John said that the Father told him to tell us. Read that again.
If a man say, I love Yahweh, and hateth his brother, he is a liar.
So how can you say you love God, but you really have a problem with your neighbor? Because if you say you love God, then you have a problem with your neighbor that you don't want to resolve, then you are a liar. Because you can be mad at your neighbor, and you can also look at it as like, you know what, I'm mad at them, but I am also going to talk to them and forgive them. And I'm going to keep it pushing, right? But if you say, I ain't got nothing to do with that person, I'm writing them off, and hell with them, you are a liar when you say you love God, because that's what the Bible says. And if you love God that much, then that means you will get that fixed. You will Matthew 18 that person, and you will tell that person how you feel or how you was offended or what can we do to reconcile the situation. And if there's no reconciliations coming on, then we bring another group of people to come fix it, to help be a witness. And if that can't help, then we bring it to the leaders to be expose everything. And a lot of times we don't like to expose ourselves because we like to rather hide it. So it's better just to go ahead and get it fixed until you rather than get it fixed than to bring everybody involved. But Israel's so stiff-necked and hard-headed and prideful that, hey, I don't even give a damn if that person like me or not. I don't even care if that person forgive me or not. I ain't just gonna deal with it. That's wrong. If you say you love God, you're going to go ahead and make it right with your neighbor. Because that's the whole law. The whole law is built on loving your neighbor, right? Continue reading that, brother.
For he that loveth not his brother, whom he has seen, how can he love Yahweh whom he had not seen?
So how you seeing this person all the time, but you got the nerve to say you love God and you never seen him. You never seen him. And all that is really saying, like, because we know God is real. We know we see things and we know it by faith. But what if God wasn't real? You believe in something that you never seen, but you see your neighbor, you like, I don't like you and I don't even love you, but you love God. That don't make sense. So if you know that God is real and we love him through faith and through spirit, then guess what? You should love your neighbor that you see by faith and spirit the same way, because we are all one. Read 21.
21. And his commandment have we from him.
That's his commandment from him. That ain't Micah Allah's commandment. That's not Yahshua's commandment. That's not nobody else's commandment. That's what he commanded you to do. Continue.
That he who loves Yahweh love his brother also.
So if you love your neighbor, you go ahead and try to rectify the situation. If you love your neighbor, you forgive your neighbor. And understand, sometimes you're not going to get back the forgiveness that you want sometimes from your neighbor. But guess what? You play your part. You can't harp on someone that don't want to forgive you. You can't be mad that a person don't want to forgive you. You got to keep it pushing because you did your play. You did your part. That person has the eye of the Lord on him, that judgment's going to fall. You can always be cordial to your neighbor. You ain't got to be buddy with your neighbor just because y'all don't get along. But sometimes try to make amends. That's the key thing. Make amends that at least you can come around and say, hey, how you doing? And then keep it pushing. Simple.
You know what? And I don't sound to that. Like I said, if possible, live peaceably amongst all men.
Okay.
So, basically, man, if y'all ain't, you got a neighbor, he don't like you, and he don't want to forgive you, whatever, but just whatever you can do on your end, live peaceably amongst them. Try to keep down as much strife and as much foolishness as you can. Because guess what? Like Mike God said, you did your part. So now he got to do his part. And if he feel like he don't want to forgive you, then let his judgment fall on him. Because, hey, you don't wipe the blood off your hands completely by saying, hey, I forgive you, you know what I'm saying? And if you forgive me, if he say, no, man, you and all this and all that, all right, then, man, it's like at the same time, I love you, bro, but the hell with you at the same time. Not like don't say it to him, but at the same time, just stay out of his way. Because you did what you done. You did all you can do. And the Most High knows and he sees. He gonna be like, you know what? See your brother down there. He forgave you. He tried to make amends with you. He tried to be at peace with you. And you didn't want none of it. And you ain't want to accept his forgiveness. You didn't want to forgive him. And guess what? The Most High gonna be like, I can't forgive you. And that's gonna be a tough pill. I mean, a real tough pill to swallow, especially up there in front of him. Because the next word you're gonna hear is depart from me. And the words depart from me, you don't want to hear that. All because you was too stubborn and prideful to not want to forgive your brother. And no, the white man is not your neighbor. The white man is not your brother. Esau broke the brotherly covenant. So it's the hell with them. He's talking about your fellow Israelite in that scripture. Love thy neighbor. And you know what I'm saying? To love your enemies. I'm talking about your enemies within Israel. You still gotta love them, but not the ones on the outside. You don't care for them. And I'm laying there.
Con. Hey, and this was sometimes we got to get used to in Israel, right? Because a lot of the stuff that when we start hating our neighbor, a lot of it, first and foremost, is misunderstanding. That's one. Miscommunication, misunderstanding, right? That is one thing that breaks relationships up. It's always a misunderstanding. Now, when you get to some intense things where you can understand why people feel the way they feel about their neighbor, because sometimes that gossiping really is the main thing that breaks up relationships. That's why the Most High had that in the law. Do not go up and down as a tale bearer. Women has it. I mean, they pull that move way more harder than the men. Why I say harder than the men? Because men do it too. Men just do it in a different way. But women, they are the ones that really have the problem with that. And this will also create hate on your neighbor. You create so much hate because you gossip about people. And then when you gossip about people, guess what? You have to look at that person that gossip about people and talk bad about that person. You have to look at them like, if you're talking about them, then what you saying about me? Like if you so quick to talk about them, and every time we talking, you always got something to say about somebody, but you never talk about how you need to work on something, but you always talk about what that person got to work on, or that person is not that of a good person, or that person is that person that way, and he say, she say type stuff, and you're spreading these rumors, and some of it, they be fabricated with those rumors. And then when it comes back to that person, you see why people have that hate towards that person. Because a lot of them, I'm going to tell you, man, people with words, like people that hide their words, they're like sunglasses. What I mean by that, when y'all ever see Esau, where they like to always wear sunglasses and everything, and they'll talk to you with sunglasses and everything, or they may be looking at you from afar with their sunglasses, but they act like they're not looking at you, but they're looking at you. It's the same thing with words. People say words behind your back, but they hide behind their words. So they're like sunglasses. And you can see the spirit. It's like, I see it. Like we are spiritual people, so we see these things. You can't hide when we know what you are. If you are a hater, it's gonna be exposed. If you are a liar, it's gonna be exposed. And you don't even have to say nothing. It's just the action. That's why you examine and you prove a friend. And people that hang with gossipers, you become that gospel, because that gossiper person also, because that spirit gonna jump on you. Instead of you correcting a gossiper, you on the get along game. So you start gossiping too. That's not what we're supposed to do, right? That's how that hate starts. But when you're dealing with people like that, you got to pull that person to the side and let them know they're wrong. And then you got to forgive them. And if the person want to deny it, then guess what? That's between them and the Most High. But you continue to play your part and say, you know what? I'm going to love you peaceably. And when I see you, I'm going to acknowledge you. But I ain't got to be chummy up with you. We ain't got to be chummy up. But what I know, if you need me for something and I got it, I will be willing to help. But we ain't got to kick it like that to bring out, conversations where we can bash people, because we not doing that. Or we ain't going to be lying on people. That's the worst thing you could do, is lie on somebody. Right?
Right.
Let me grab a script real quick. Let me get Sirach. Let me go to Sirach 5.
Sirach chapter 5.
Oh, Johanna, hey, Shalom, Johanna.
Shalom. Salakia for being late, bro. You want me to read this?
Con. So yeah, Yashua, it'll just be me and you tag teaming. Man,
All right.
you already know, Johanna, you got anything, man, please bring it out, brother.
Come.
All right, so give me a second. So I want Sirach chapter 6. And I think it's at verse 5 I want to start at. So let me see. Con, yep. Let's start there.
The book of Sirach, 6 and 5.
Con. Is my screen being shared?
Come.
Go ahead.
Sweet language will multiply friends,
Oh, what?
and a fair speaking tongue. Fair language will multiply friends.
So if you can be like kind to someone, you will be able to multiply friends. If you got rude in speech and disrespectful, or you just a backstabber or whatever, you lose friends like that. But go ahead.
Come. And a fair speaking tongue will increase kind greetings.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. That's the best thing you want to meet. You always want to come off fair speaking. You want to make sure you're respectful for other people's space. You want to make sure you're respectful for other people's feelings, right? That's what you want. That's a really good friend, right? Continue.
Come. Verse 6. Be in peace with many.
Brother Yashua said that
Nevertheless,
earlier. Salaki, hold on 1 second. Yashua said that earlier. He said we got to be at least peaceable with everyone, right? The Bible's saying the same thing. Be at peace with many, right? Because why it says many? Because not everybody's going to get along. It didn't say be at peace with everyone. It says be at peace with many. So that means learn how to get along when you dealing with your own kind of an enemy, right? Go ahead.
nevertheless, have but one counselor of 1,000.
Right. You don't have to have many friends, and it's true, right? You can have one good friend that you know that you can lay down and speak to when you're going through something, right? It doesn't mean that you got to go to everybody and tell everybody your business, how you feel, because guess what? You tell the wrong person, it's going to spread like an eagle. It's going to be people spreading your words and twisting it all up. Not everybody they say your friend is really your friend. Just because someone say, hey, you my homeboy and you my homegirl, hey, that doesn't mean nothing. Because you speak nice to me and we can joke at certain things, that don't mean nothing, right?
Right, and on add on top of that, man, you know, you got people, man, that was up here that say they cool with you. You know what I'm saying? And you take counsel from them, or you tell them what's going on, and like you said, they spread your business broadcast your mix, like you know what I'm saying, like a fire, and once it goes around and comes back to you, it's a whole different thing. And you like, hold on, man, I didn't say that. Where's all this come from? They ain't gonna be like such. It'll come right back to that person that you had went to with counseling. And then that person made an enemy out of you for nothing. Because one, he ain't had no business broadcasting your mix. Broadcasting your business, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why you gotta be very selective on who you get counseling from or who you talk to. So like you said, man, everybody's not meant to know everything. So therefore, man, you get that one person you take counsel from that you know that can hold water, and you deal with that one person only. If not, then you might have been lucky enough to get two. That's like that.
Well said. All right, read verse 7, Johanna.
Come. If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first, and be not hasty to credit him.
That's what Israel's problem right there too. Like sometimes, man, when you see the signs of people that got a problem with other people, we sometimes just want to hang out with that for a while. Instead of just proving it and looking at them like, man, this person right here is something else. Let me slowly move myself away from that person because I don't want to be that kind of person. Because this is how you fix a person that's like that. Rather, if they're a liar, right? Just stop listening to their lies. That's easy, really, real talk. Just stop listening to their lies and let them know that they're lying. If you do that, I guarantee you can fix a liar. Because he or she's gonna be like, no, I ain't lying. I ain't lying. I swear I ain't. But he'll be like, yeah, I don't believe. They're gonna stop talking to you about lies. It's real easy. Like this is how you keep a clean circle around you, right? If people want to have a good circle of friends, what you do, you always gotta call them out for their BS. And sometimes things ain't even worth calling out. I can be honest with you. Some things ain't worth being calling out. You can just let that person spoil themselves. They destroy themselves just by going around another crowd of people that's going to make them feel some kind of way. So when people separate themselves from them, hey, they're going to eventually stop because you're not entertained by their stupid stuff. When you don't be entertained by people's stupid stuff, it gets boring for them. They can't do it no more. The spirit got to leave now because it's not working. So you got to prove a friend before you say, that's my friend. And if this is your friend, then if you like to hang with a liar, then I guess what? You like to hang with liars. If you like to hang with a gossiper, then guess what? You are a gossiper. If you a hater, then you like to hang with haters. And I'm talking about them hating mugs that hate so hard that no matter what you do, they say something to discredit your ability. Like that's some hate, they some haters, or they want to see you fall or something bad happen to you. Because Israel some haters, man. Right? Read 8.
For some man is a friend for his own occasion and will not abide in the day of thy trouble.
Right. So some friends will sit down and kick it with you when everything is going good. You got money, right? You got something that they want from you, right? They'll kick it with you. They'll enjoy your company. And you know what I'm saying? But then when things start wearing down and slowing down, hey, you can't find them nowhere. Especially the wickeds out there, man. If you got weed and drink, hey, man, we kicking it. But when you say you stop smoking and you stop drinking, you don't see them no more. When you say that you came in this truth and you say you don't do what you used to do, hey, some of them friends you don't see them no more. So you got to really think about that. Like, who's really your friend? You can't call everybody your friend. Just because we in this truth, that means that doesn't really mean that's your friend. Because we think that we believe the same thing. That doesn't mean that's your friend. But you got to know how to still deal with the person. Like I tell my wife, I tell her this. Hey, everybody's not going to like you. And I tell myself that too. Everybody's not going to like me. But you got to be cool with yourself that everybody's not going to like you. And everybody's not going to always agree with you. But one thing you have to know, rather what they carry, you deal with people for where they at. It's simple. Because it keeps you out of a hatred mindset and it keeps you out of the way of trying to bash the person. You just know what that person is like. And you ain't got to tell the person, I know what you like. You can just look at it and be like, okay, that's what that person is. So I could work around that. So I don't get caught up hating my brother or hating my sister. Let that person deal with that situation with the Most High, because the Most High sees all. So when people want to be a faithful friend, you really should examine yourself. How faithful are you when your neighbor's is not right next to you? When they're going away, how faithful are your mouth and your conversation that you can still speak good about them when they're around you? But when you're around somebody that bashes them, do you also bash them too? Or do you tell them, hey, stop. We ain't doing that. Because that would be a faithful friend. But a fake friend will be like laughing with it and you don't make them stop. Or you don't show good out of that person. Can't do that. Give me verse 9. Oh, go ahead.
Slacky, man. You know, and it don't mean that you match energy either.
God.
You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be, basically, like I said in Romans chapter 12, man, overcome evil with good. You don't try to overcome evil, because when you do that, that means that you ain't gonna do nothing but elevate it, and you know what I'm saying, it's gonna go from bad to worse. And somebody gonna end up where somebody don't want to be in, end up something that you don't want to be in, and you end up where you don't want to be at. One or the other's gonna happen. So therefore, it ain't good to match energy.
God.
And then, you know what I'm saying, then that hatred go boil over, and somebody's gonna end up getting done something, and somebody's gonna end up almost in handcuffs.
God.
So basically, man, you know, if you got that type of people where it's like they slandering somebody, yeah, correct them. And if they don't want to accept the correction, then you get away from it. Because, like I said, man, you are the company that you keep.
Right.
You got anything you want to say, Johanna? All right, go ahead. Don't worry. All right, you can go ahead and read, Johanna.
Know the people that you calling friends. It's like that scripture says, sometimes people are just your friends on occasions when it's beneficial for them. Like you said, you when you up and you got some, like you said, you got some money or whatever the case might be. Now they want to come around you like, yo, what's going on, bro? Oh, Micah, what up, bro? When you ain't got it and you ain't doing so well, you can't find them.
Okay.
So you gotta, like you said, know who you dealing with. Kind of have an idea who you dealing with. Like the people that's there through thick and thin, like they used to say, you the person that's with you from thick and thin. Like things are good, they with you. Things are bad, they with you. Those are your real friends, man. You got people like it says. That scripture says it on occasion. So yeah, that's about it.
God, it's so real, man. And again, man, this is a self-examination. See if you're really a really good friend. Like again, like I said earlier, a lot of people say, man, I'm a really good friend. Really examine yourself and see if you're a really good friend. Because I'll be honest with you, man. When I read this, and like I did this lesson earlier this morning, like I did it kind of out at the last minute. And when I was going through some things, I really was examining myself, like what makes me really a good friend. And I really think of it like, man, I'm not really a good friend like I think I am. Like, be honest, I'm not a really good friend like I think I am. I want to be a good friend like I think I am, but hey, I got a lot of flaws when it comes to friendships. Like one thing you can say about me that I can admit, I ain't gonna talk behind your back. I ain't gonna bash you. If I can't tell you in your face, then I can't say nothing. I can't say nothing about you at all. Like for real, because as men and even as women, you're supposed to do the same thing. You should be able to approach that person, and you ain't gotta say it with aggressiveness. You should be able to talk and say you've been offended. It been times y'all should walk in the vouch for me. I have pulled that brother aside when I felt offended. He had pulled me aside before when he felt offended. All the other brothers or whatever. I don't got room to talk bad about my brothers if I say I love them and I'm rocking with them. I'm not about to do that. It don't make sense. I'm not about to be sitting at home just thinking about my brothers and finding ways to talk bad about them. It's not about to happen. It's not about to happen. Why? Because what do I get out of that? Like I don't understand when people do that. And I get it, that's a big thing, but I don't understand it. And I'm not trying to make myself look like, oh, I'm just so good. I'm not, because like I just said, I don't think I'm a really good friend like a good friend should be. Like I want to be a good friend. I know I'm loyal, but guess what? I'm not a good friend. I'm not going to pull up on you every time you want me to come somewhere. I'm not. Hey, some friends were like, I'm gonna pull up wherever you go. I'm not that kind of friend, right? I don't check all the boxes as a friend. I may not come to all your functions as a friend. I may not. Don't be mad at me. It's just what I am. I don't check all the boxes. I may not answer your call when you want me to answer. I may not be around my phone. I'm not a good friend, but I want to be a good friend. But one thing about you, I ain't gonna hate on you. One thing about me, I'm not gonna talk bad about you. I'm gonna accept you. I'm gonna accept you for who you are. So if I know that you got bad qualities and I gotta be around you, then therefore I'm gonna study and learn how I can go around that and be cordial to you, not write you off. Because if we in this truth, we gotta work together, right? But go ahead, read. What is it? Verse
Con.
8?
9.
Con.
No, 9.
Okay, Con.
And there is a friend being turned to enmity and strife will discover thy reproach.
Right. Read that again. Read that again, Yana.
Con. And there is a friend. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. It was
Can you hear
just
me?
breaking up. Yeah, yep, I hear you. I hear you. It was just breaking up a little bit. Go ahead.
Con. And there is a friend who being turned to enmity and strife will discover thy reproach.
Right. So you got friends, what we call friends, because you don't do what they want you to do, they turn to your enemy. Because sometimes people want to be your friend because they can control you. Because they like to tell you what to do and you're gonna do it. So you got friends like that too. And then when you say you don't want to do it, they start arguing with you. Right? They start discovering all type of weird things about you, start gossiping about you. Right? They start trying to tell you that you this way and that way, but you just giving up. Like, I'm tired of being pulled this way. I want to do it this way. Because a friend's going to allow you to be who you are. And you're going to accept them for who you are, who they are. You're not going to try to paint the picture, say, I want you to look like this so you could be my friend. You can't do that. If you my friend, I don't care what you look like. If you meet qualities that I could relate to you, you my friend. Hey, you may not be a dude that play video games, or you might be a dude that just read comic books. Hey, if you cool, you cool. And you don't do nothing wrong. I don't like that dude. He read comic books. He play video games. I ain't playing with that dude. He lame. How you gonna say somebody's lame like that and you don't even know what they really about? You know what I'm saying? So, hey, and you know, like, and I'm just gonna speak some real honest. Like, you know, like my wife, she didn't really have too many friends growing up like that. She stuck with her family because some of the people thinking like, hey, you lived in the suburbs, so you don't act like us. My wife never act like what she was, only what she was supposed to be. So you even got that stuff even in the truth. You just like a little you ain't grow up in the hood. What do that got to do with it? You didn't grow
Like
up in
that
the
matters.
like me. That don't make sense. That don't make sense. But guess what? We Israel. Hey, we didn't grow up in Jerusalem, so we ain't acting like we the Israelites. So we not acting like that. So what we saying? Well, we ain't acting like niggas. We ain't acting like hoes. Right? That's what we saying. You won't act like a hoe or you won't act like a nigga. So I'm gonna write you off. But we in this truth and we know who our enemy is. Right? We gotta quit judging our people like that in them kind of ways. But these be the most ones that really got your back. Because you gotta give people a chance. Who do you think you to say you ain't like me because you didn't grow up the way I grew up? Ain't none of us grew up the same way. Ain't none of us grew up the same way. We may have some relatable things, but ain't none of us grew up the same way.
Right. And you know what? To be honest with you, man, and that's what makes the beauty of things, man. You know, somebody might grow up one way, and you might grow up another way. But when y'all come together, though, you know what I'm saying, it balances it out.
God,
Because one will teach you one thing that he don't, you know what I'm saying, that you don't know, and you be able to teach him the things or her the things that she don't know.
God,
For man, it's basically equal balance. That's how the Most High got it sometimes. You
God,
know, like I said, man, some people may grow up out there in the suburbs, and some grew up in the hood. But
God,
regardless of what, though, when the worlds clash, you know what I'm saying, you'll be able to teach somebody, hey, man, you know, don't over here, don't be over there like that. And then you go around they side, it's like, hey, man, you know, you got to chill, don't be like this, don't be like that, don't be so, you know. And
God,
basically, that's how you keep things at peace.
God,
And on top of that, too, man, yeah, you got some people that fall with you over art. I mean, some people fall out with you over a stupid little argument, man, you know. And then even worse, then they go around and try to tell on you. They try to tell on you to embarrass you. If somebody does that to you, that means they was never your friend in the beginning.
God,
That's right.
And,
God,
and it's terrible, man. You know that you would really do that to somebody just because you ain't like what they did and they trying to embarrass you. And look, bro, if you gotta do all that, why not just? I mean, dang, man, come on, just pull them to the side, bro. Be like, well, what's the problem? I'll pull that person aside. What's the problem? What's going on? Why you trying to do all this for? Because of that argument we had, and because I didn't agree with you or whatever, because I'm not siding with you. And bro, if you got something to do all this just to try to make me look bad, and I mean that you was not rocking with me in the beginning. So man, let me go ahead and cut you on off. I mean, if I see you, I'm gonna still speak, but as far as that, I'm gonna keep it moving.
God,
I said, man, them type of people, man, you just need to try to avoid as well.
God,
Just watch how they move.
God,
You know
God.
what I mean?
All right. All right, go ahead, Yana.
Con, if thou be brought low, he will be against thee
Hold on, go to
and
verse
will
11.
hide himself from the.
Verse 11.
Oh, but in thy prosperity,
Hold on,
he
Salakia,
will
it's 10.
be as thy.
I'm Salakia, my bad. It's 10. It's 10. So we didn't go over this one.
Con. Again, some friend is a companion at the table and will not continue in the day of thy affliction.
Uh-huh.
But in thy prosperity, he will be as thyself and will be bold over thy servants.
Hey, and again, that's that type of friend. You got to be watch out for them too. I'm gonna tell you why, right? Because some people they'll be cool with you because everything is going, and they really want to be a shadow. They want to follow under your shadow, right? And really try to boss over people you cool with, right? Because they see you doing it, then they think they can do it too. So like, and when it means when and will be bold over thy service, that's just like your kids. I'll say, for instance, like this is one thing that I never understood. When someone said they're gonna whoop your kids or they gonna punish your kids, but you never punish your kids. Your kids can be walking around doing the same thing what my kids is doing, and you say you sit down for a whoop your butt, but you don't say that to your own son or daughter. That's off. And you do that because you feel like you can because you're connected to that friend because that friend allows you. So now you become bold over their servants. Like, nah, like, hey, and I'm gonna just tell you, in the Israelite community, I say this. If I'm not around, treat my child like it's yours. But also reciprocate it the same way like you would do your child too. I have no problem you yelling at my child if you can also yell at your own child. I have no problem because, hey, it takes a village to raise a family, to raise children and all. I believe in that wholeheartedly. Now, I don't want you putting your hands on them unless I give you that invitation to do it. But don't do it out of your own way because you may not like the way my child may act. No, let me handle that as a parent. But if I'm not nowhere and I'm out of town and my child is at your house, hey, and they acting up like they shouldn't be doing, hey, I'm gonna tell you, hey, you let them have it, but don't go too hard on it. But you can go ahead and you can pop them a few times. I'm cool with that. Why? Because we supposed to be family, man. And I trust your judgment how you would do it. Now I know a lot of our people would be like, "Nah, I ain't gonna do that because that's their child." But I understand. But still, I know I would say the same thing. Like, "Nah, I ain't gonna hit them. I wouldn't do it." But understand with my children not horrible and they're not bad like that, but they're kids. But I would say I don't like when people will say, "I'm gonna reprimand your child," but you don't reprimand your own child. That don't make sense. That's not a friend. That's a person that's want to control everything about you, think they can run you and they can say whatever they want to say because they belong to you. That's what the scriptures talk about right there. Right? Read verse 12.
Hold on, let me add on something to that, man. Like I said, man, when everything is going all good, you know what I'm saying? You got that friend that be right. He got that so-called friend that just right there. When everything's going good, but as soon as you hit your bottom, and as soon as you get down bottom, man, it's like, look for me. Oh, you got friends, you got actual friends it's like that, bro. They don't want to be bothered with you. And they, you know what I'm saying? When you down at your lowest, because they think that you're going to be dependent on them. I mean, why not? You my friend? If you gonna have me come back up, man, have me come back up, man. Put me on a job somewhere, man, so I can come back up. Man, don't be at my table when everything's all good. You know what I'm saying? You gonna be right with you gonna rock with me to the end, man. Through my thick and my thin, blood out, blood in. When everything going bad, rock with me. Everything going good, rock with me. But if you gonna be that sometime friend when everything just good, and I get down bad, and you ain't nowhere to be found, man. Shit, keep it moving. I don't need people like you. But I gonna show once again that you was never there for me in the first place.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, you even got family members that's like that too. You got family members that's cool. Hey man, that's my favorite cousin. This, and that. But when you down bottom, oh man, then it's worse. Somebody even speak bad about you. Man, that nigga ain't and all this and all that, man. You be like, dang. And you see how bad he doing right now. You actually got family members that really do that to you. And then you got some of your friends that do that to you. But then you come back up again, it's gonna be like, then they want to try to come around. Oh, bro, stay on there, on over there. And then they gonna want to talk about you again. And not even examine themselves, knowing that it's really their fault. And then like you were saying on the thing about like how it is, like, what I'm saying, how it takes a village to raise a child. Yeah, I get that in every bit of sense. But don't get no twist either. Like if I say if I had a son your age, like D-Man's age, right? And I say, hey, I'm about to step out right quick. Do not touch the stove. And if I come back 10 minutes later and I see them boiling some hot dogs or something on the stove, okay, I'm like, who touched the stove? Oh, we both did. And guess what? My son, I'm whooping his ass first.
That's right.
Because why? He knows better. But D-Man gonna get it too. Because why? Because I told him not to touch the stove also. Well, I'm gonna call you first though. Hey man, son, man, I'm like, he about to get because I told him not to touch the stove. I already took care of my son. I don't whoop his ass. Why? He know better than not touch the stove whenever I step out anywhere. But D-Man, though, he sat there and touched the stove after I told him not to do it. And I said, tell him why afterwards. Why? Because you know what I'm saying? Y'all probably couldn't see kids don't focus on things too much. They mess around and forget something. They show up at my house, I come back home to a burnt house and maybe some burnt kids.
Mm.
And then I'll be looking like, man, how the hell I'm gonna explain this Maya collar? And my brother gonna try to kill me. Then my son's mom on top of that. Ain't gonna make it no better. Well, I never hit the end of it with her mouth.
Con.
So it's gonna be like, man.
Con. Go ahead. I'm sorry, I thought you was done.
Y'all gonna hit.
Oh, okay, Con. You got anything?
I just want to add to what he's saying because it's like when I came up in my house, it was 5 of us kids. You know, my parents, 5 of us, and like he just said, when you tell your kids like, listen, do this and do that, and don't do this. And when my parents were leaving and they come back and something was out of order, my older sister was the first one to get it because she's the oldest. So they looking at her like, yo, you know better. You should have known better because, you know, all of us were younger. So she used to always get it no matter what. She didn't have to do nothing. But if something went down, she got it. And then we all would get it, but she was the one that got it first.
Con.
That's just how it goes, you know.
Con. Con, man. Israel too sensitive, man. You can't like, hey, when you say you telling me to watch your kids and you going for a week and your kids is crazy. Let's just say your kids is crazy. And you telling me like, hey, I can't discipline your child when they just doing what they want to do and say what they want to say and disrespect me? Shoot, I can't take too much of disrespect in my own house. I'll kick you out.
That's right.
Get gone. You gotta go. You call one of your aunties or somebody else to come and get you. You out of here. I don't play that. You ain't gonna disrespect me. If I kick my own kids out, I'll kick another kid out. Especially if you don't live here, get out. I don't play that.
Shit, that man, I'll take them right to the nearest bus stop where they belong. Hey, which way your auntie stay? She tell me such. Okay, bet. Here's your bus fare. Get your ass up over there. Good luck.
God, man, it's like
I'm about playing no damn kid. Fuck that.
Hey, don't cuss on it like that, Joshua. Don't cuss. We not like that, brother. But what I'll say this though, I will say this. Like, this is how that's a true friend though. When you can treat your children like it's yours. That's a true friend, right? And you're gonna teach them. Like if I'm gonna let my children be around like-minded brothers, I trust that they're gonna treat them like it's theirs, and I know they're gonna teach them the law. I'm not worried about what they're gonna eat or whatever because I know a true friend that's in his truth is gonna teach them the law, right? But let's go. Let's go to verse 14. No, verse 13.
13, right?
No, 12.
No,
It's 12.
12. If thou be brought low, he will be against thee and will hide himself from thy face.
Right. If you be brought low, he will hide against you. He'll leave you hanging. Right? When you're down and out, he'll leave you hanging. Hey, even when you expose a trouble and you are involved and you know y'all both got into something, hey, he ain't gonna defend you. Right? He just gonna like, hey, that's on you. But you know that
I ain't
person
got nothing to do with it.
Exactly. I ain't got nothing to do with it. Right? But you started the whole situation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You started the whole situation, but then when everything get low, it's like you on your own. I'm out. You should have just did it like this. That's what I would have done. You started the whole situation. Like, it don't make sense. And like you said, and he will hide himself from thy face. And you can't find him nowhere.
Makes
sense. And then guess what he's doing? He's talking bad about you somewhere behind your back. Oh, I'm just so stupid. All he had to do was do this and that. But you the one that started it. So you can't do that. You cannot do that. You have to understand, man. In this truth, man, it's snakes in this truth.
That's right.
It's backstabbers in its truth. Just because they smile at you and they be nice to you, that doesn't mean that they like you. And it doesn't mean that they don't talk bad about you. You'll be surprised. You'll be so surprised what people really, really think about you.
And trust, and like you said, man, the backstabbing, the snakes, that's in the truth. Hey, bro, we done seen them. Hey, you know who I'm talking about. We done seen them. And it's sad, bro, because you're supposed to be your brother, but then yet though he was scheming and plotting a snake behind your back the whole entire time.
He will hide himself from our face. Hey, somebody background.
God, that was me. My Slakia.
Good, you good.
Yeah, man. It was like, bro, man, you this dude something scheming, plotting a snake behind their back the whole entire time just to get their position. Come on, man.
From our face. That's off, man. Like and it's really, man, this is why sisters, it's hard for sisters to get along, because this is what happens a lot. A lot of sisters are snakes. A lot of sisters are backstabbers. A lot of sisters are haters. A lot of sisters gossip. And that's just the realest. That's why when you think about the Israelite community, you would say, what gender is the weakest? It will always come out as the females. The females are the more weaker because it's emotional, built around friendship. You can't, when you shouldn't have an emotional connection with a friend. You should have a unconditional connection with a friend. No matter what they do to you, you find some type of good in them. And you try to erase and block out what they done, because that's one thing that Israel don't know how to do. We don't know how to really forgive one another. You would say I do, but guess what? You still harping on what was said and what is done. And then you blame that person that person done this to you that happened 10, 15 years ago. And you still mad what happened 10, 15 years ago and say that I mind my business with that person. It ain't even that person's fault anymore. You should find a way to find reconciliation with that person, because you have not let go of that unforgiveness. You got to make it right. Just because that person done what they done, it don't mean anything. And that's going to hinder a lot of our brothers and sisters in the kingdom. We're going to miss the ball. We're going to miss the point of not forgiving our brothers and sisters, and don't want to find a way just to say hi and I'm going to get over it. We don't want to do that. So what we thinking that the right thing is to do is, I just ain't going to say none of that person. F that person. You know what? Hey, I hope whatever they do, I don't care. You're thinking that's going to get you in the kingdom. That's not the right mindset, because the Most High could have done that to you, because you do it to him. So guess what? When you do him wrong, do you think that he's not going to use people to do you back wrong? You think that he's the only one that can take it, and you ain't supposed to take it?
You gotta take whatever you dish out.
Absolutely. The Most High got feelings too. So then when it comes to you, you mad because it happens and you don't want to forgive. But then when things do go, when things don't go your way, you want to ask God to forgive you when you do him wrong. But then you expect him to say, I forgive you, and I'm gonna still deal with you with the way you at. But with your neighbor, you're like, nah, I just can't. You can't do that. See how far that is when you make it to the judgment seat. Just see how far it is. Because guess what? Just as guilty as that person is, you is just as guilty as that one is too. You can't fight fire with fire, right? Read 13.
Con.
14, right?
No, 13. Separate thyself from thine enemies and take heed of thy friends.
And that's what you got to do. The Bible says you can separate from them, but hey, you can always be cordial to them. You can still pray for them. Just do that. And when it's time for you to show up with of need for them, then do that. But you don't got to be sitting next to them and kick it with them. You ain't got to do that. If you don't get along with the person, you don't get along with them. But still show some type of respect to one another. That keeps the peace.
Con.
And then the person that don't talk to you like that no more, you on the other end don't talk bad about them. If they say, if someone come to you and say, why you and such don't kick it? It been, we just don't really see eye to eye. But you know what? That's still that's still my brother. That's still my sister. So hey, we just deal with one another accordingly. That's all you gotta say. You gotta be like, well, let me tell you about this person. You gotta watch out because that person is like that, and that person's like that, and that person like that. And then the person that's listening, you should be wise to know, like, what about you? Because you ain't gonna talk. It's like you talk about everybody, but you don't. What about you? Again, like I said earlier, you doing that to them? What the hell you think you're gonna do to me when I ain't around?
Con.
Like, it's simple. That's in the pudding. Ain't no such thing as a gossiper has certain people he want to gossip on. He gossip about everybody. You make a mistake, he gonna gossip about you. And then gonna come back in your face and smile like nothing happened. That's a snake. That's a snake. And guess what, Israel? If you aren't that person, male or female, repent. Simple. Turn away from that. And those that's entertained by it, what the Bible says, separate thyself from thy enemy. Because that's really the enemy. Because if they're your friend, they're not gonna talk bad about you. And if they're your friend, they ain't gonna even say nothing bad against the other neighbor. When you dealing with people, you let people get a chance to know each other. You don't gotta be the one and say that's how that person is, and that's how that person is. You don't do that. You let the person figure it out themselves. And then if they did figure out themselves and you agree, already know what they're saying, what you do, like, what did you tell that person? Because you don't want your name to be mashed up in anything. That's what women don't do. They don't tell that person. I'm not gonna say none. Some women do and some women don't. The best solution is to stop a gossiper, tell that person, I don't even want to hear that. Don't you tell that person. Then guess what? The gossiper can't talk no more. Who are you gonna share the information to? So when you entertain it, though, you keep gossiping.
Right.
Like what? What? Tell me what?
Right.
You entertaining it, and the gossip will love that. Like, yeah, let me. Oh, you want to hear more? Yeah, tell me what happened. I mean, some people like like a lot of our people like that. We just love not confusion, but just what's the word I'm thinking, Michael? Controversy, like just stuff going on. They want to be a part of it, and they entertain it. Want to entertain it? Like, yeah, I want to. Get out of here. You want to be in the loop of nonsense, like nothing productive, but something that's nonsense that don't mean nothing. That's the loop you want to be in. Nah, thank you. I'll pass.
God.
So that man, I'll tell him straight up, look, dog, I don't want to hear none of that, man. Keep it moving.
Yeah, exactly.
Cause I don't even want to be around it. Like I said, man, I don't care what. If I even got a problem with somebody, man, they ain't gonna come to me talking about them. I don't care. So I don't want to hear it.
It's draining.
I said more than just drain, man. Just irks the spirit, bro. Like, dog, you don't want to hear all that gossiping about some damn body. Come on, man. Stay in your lane, bro. Don't worry about, man. Don't worry. I'll tell you, man. Don't worry about what he's doing and don't worry about what he say, man. Don't come tell me nothing about what he do or what he say. Worry about yourself, man. Let's talk about you. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that too, bro, I said, man, be on guard against your friends, man. Hey, man, if you don't know your enemies, then you don't know your friends. There's always that son, that one that stand right next to you, that one that you got in doubt. That's gonna be the one that's gonna get you half of the time. The ones that say I love you, but then again, though, got the knife right behind your back. They're the ones you need to be worried about. The ones that, that come straight at you, you don't worry about them. Those the ones that say I love you and willing to put that knife in your back or put that gun in your head or behind your head. That's the one you need to be worried about. So he'll make himself seem like he for you, he with you, But then all the time in secret, he really against you.
Man. Yeah, man. You got fake people up in here, man, in Israel, man. You know what I'm saying? And they're the most dangerous ones, right? You know what I'm saying? But hey, guess what? We all make mistakes. But do you make mistakes just try to slay and slander someone's name? That's not a mistake. That's a purpose. That's like a murderer. Because you're murdering someone's name. It's no different from a murderer. You slaying someone else's name and you want to make sure that person you don't be around that person. And you got to understand, man, like, hey, you got friend hoggers too. You got friend hoggers. And what I mean by that is like, hey, I got a friend. If any of my friends that come around, hey, if you see good brothers around, go network. Go talk to them. I don't care if you get that friend's number. I don't care if you kick it with them. That's cool, because that's why we here. Don't be like, why are you talking to him? Or why are you talking to her? You supposed to be my friend, not their friend. I brought you around so you could be my friend, not their friend. That's friend hogging. No, let everybody learn to get along. That's how we build. That's the Israelites. We learn how to build. And even if they be like, if they ask you, what do you think about that person? All you can say is like, well, hey, the person cool with me. Hey, you may hear people say, some may say they like that. Some people may say they like this. But you find up that person like that. You don't spill people's life into new people or whatever. You don't do that. I'm not gonna bring, like, I got a brother named Ethan that has been coming around. I never told Ethan how each individual brother is. You figure it out. He never even asked me, because we know why. We grew up that way. We ain't growing up like, how's that. We gonna try the spirit. Simple as that. Spirit of discernment. You would know if that person off. And if that person off, I may go. If, let's say, for instance, if I see something off, I would ask a brother, hey, did you see anything off about that brother? And if the brother agrees, like, okay, all right, we're gonna leave it as that. I'm gonna leave it as that. But we ain't about to be like, man, dog, this man this way, that man that way, this, and this and that. I don't know to say anything bad about you. But what you may present to me, and I'm not familiar around you, I will ask questions, because there's nothing wrong with that. Asking someone that you unfamiliar around, and a person that may be familiar around, is nothing wrong in asking, did you get this out of that person? There's nothing wrong with that. That's investigating. That's getting to know. But when you start bashing them and say, oh, this and this and that, that's off. You don't know that person. Right? So let's go to 15 and we go to another one. I really wanted to stretch this out because there's not really too much I had on here, but I wanted to stretch it out a little bit on here. Go ahead.
Oh, Johanna ain't on here no more. Give me a second.
Oh, he ain't on here?
Oh.
Hold on, let me put him back on here.
Oh,
hey, you back on, Johanna?
Can you hear me?
Yep, I hear you.
So it's 14.
All right, go ahead. Yep.
Khan, a faithful friend is a strong defense. Right? A faithful friend is a strong defense.
Mm-hmm.
And he that hath found such one.
Johanna, hold it right there. A faithful friend is a strong defense. Man, a real friend ain't gonna sit there and let nobody talk behind. Ain't gonna sit there and let somebody talk behind you behind their back or say anything bad to you in front of their face. Nothing like that. It's gonna be like, no, bro, you don't know him. It's gonna be like, no, bro, you don't know him. So man, how you gonna speak bad about him? You don't even know him. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what type of friend you can be, man. So man, hey man, back the hell off, man. Fall back. You know what I'm saying? Don't be trying to come around here gossiping to me about him. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what this dude that, you know what I'm like, man, my brother here, man, he done did some good things for me. He done came through for me many times. And no, bro, you ain't gonna talk bad to him about me, and you ain't gonna talk bad to me about him. That's what a real friend gonna do. He gonna defend you no matter what. He is gonna really defend you no matter what time it is. Who try to come at you? No, bro, you ain't gonna do that. And then on top of that too, If a man got a fake beef against your friend, you gonna be like, no, bro, you ain't gonna have to do that. You ain't gonna touch him. What we gonna do is, you know what I'm saying, we gonna solve this, you know what I'm saying, we gonna solve this problem, you know what I'm saying, the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? That's what we gonna do. As far as that, no, you don't know what I'm saying. You somebody going by what somebody else telling you, but I ain't see you come ask him personally. You might come here and come find. No, bro, you ain't about to do all that. But it's my friend, and you know what I'm saying. And me, I'm a defender. So now a real friend gonna never let nobody talk. A real friend gonna never let nobody say anything behind your back or let them try to do you something. A real friend, a faithful friend, like I said, a faithful friend is gonna defend you when it boils down to anything. You keep reading.
Verse 15. Nothing doth contravail a faithful friend, and his excellency is invaluable.
And that's what it is. Just be faithful, right? How you be faithful? You be faithful in the front and you be faithful in the back. You ain't got to be talking about nobody behind their back.
That's right.
It's worthless, man. Like, for real, and really think that, what does it do for you? Like, does it really make you feel good that you spreading rumors about people? Talk bad about people? Does that really make it feel good? Because real talk, you have to understand, for the person that does it, the other side of that person thinks bad about you too. So thinking that you're got good gossip and good juice you want to spread about somebody, and the person that don't even want to be involved in the gossip, don't you know that it triggers in their mind to think bad about you too?
That's right.
It goes both ways. So in order to be a faithful friend, just stay out of the gossip. So then therefore you ain't got to think bad about the person that's gossiping, or you ain't got to think about the person that's gossiping, talking about people. Because you can separate yourself, man. So if you a gossiper, stop gossiping. If you a liar, stop being a liar. And I'm using gossip a lot because that's the biggest thing in Israel. It is more things. You got people sleeping with other brothers' wives and all that. You know what I'm saying? And you say you're my friend. That's off. You know what I'm saying? That can get to a deadly situation.
Real deadly.
You can disrespect another brother's wife and say, "Hey, that's my friend," and then the brother say, "Hey, that's what I wanted to say because that sister made me mad," and you don't respond in forgiveness, and I'm sorry, whatever, man. Hey, you can break up a relationships. Things happen, man. In the heat of the moment, you never know what a fallout can start. It can be like every day is going fine, but then, man, something happened. Why? Because we battling with spirits all day long. That's why you can't say you're the best friend ever. Because today you may be a good friend, tomorrow you might be the worst friend. We all working on ourselves. We still in this flesh. We gotta live and apply the laws, but guess what? Everybody, to me personally, ain't always a good friend. And again, like I said, I'm not a good friend. Period. I'm not. Of course, I want to, but I'm not. I don't check every box. Simple as that. Simple as that. But I want to show something real quick. And this right here is a little slideshow that I got into. And can y'all see it?
Come.
I'm gonna read through these real quick. And this is some real stuff. And some of these things, when I looked at myself, examined myself, thought, I'm like, dang, I've done that before, or I still do these things, right? So let's see. And this is for anybody for self-examinate yourself. Because this is how you can tell if you that friend or not, right? So the name of it says identifying the hidden foe, right? It says section 1, the subtle art of sabotage. So the passive aggressive mask. It's a backhanded compliments. Now, reason why this is the first thing that came to me. I've done this. And guess who told me that? My wife said I'd be giving her backhanded compliments. And at first I'm like, man, I'm bigging you up. But then when she's like, but you always say something back right here. And I'm like, damn. And I'm like, oh, yep, that's me. That's me. But hey, that shows me I need to be better at that, right? Backhanded compliments. But look, let's say this right here, because there's more to it. It says an enemy acting as a friend rarely attacks directly. Instead, they use jokes. That's true. Now, all jokes are jokes sometimes, but all jokes sometimes they do it with a real meaning. And you gotta really pay attention to that. Now, I do joke around a lot, especially with certain people, right? I got a cousin I love joking with a lot, but I love to get reactions off of. So me and her, we had that same kind of bond. I even do that with my wife, but they're not real. They're just jokes because it's a reaction. I know she's gonna react this way. She knows I'm gonna react that way. So we do that. I do that with my wife. That's fine. Some people jokes are just to really hurt you, and they smile behind it. Like they'll really say something, but they really joke about it, but they smile behind it. We got a lot of that. And then it says backhanded compliments. That's me. I've done that, and I'm still doing it sometimes. Got to get better at that. It says leave you feeling confused and diminished. They offer praise that carries esteem. Yep, my wife tell me that. Like you look so good in that it is very slimming. Or I'm surprised you got that promotion. That be stuff like that. I wouldn't talk about I think my wife beautiful, so I don't think about what she looks. It can be certain things of um some, but I'm just using real scenarios, right? It could be like dealing with the children or whatever. And I could be like, yeah, you do, man, you do really well with the kids. And then next you know, I'm like, but yeah, but you be letting what's name check on you real quick. Like I didn't have to say that. I didn't have to say that. You know what I'm saying? Those are backhand compliments. It's like you give them something, you take it back. So why even bother saying it? And I tell my wife these things, and this is why I have to tell myself some things ain't worth being said. You ain't gotta say that. If I'm gonna give you a compliment, just give it to you all the way, right? Not a backhanded compliment. Yes, I gotta get better at that, right? So if you are, hey, get better at it. I know I gotta get better at that, right? It says so, or I'm surprised you that you got the promotion. I'm implying you weren't quite capable before, right? That's hard. That's kind of bold. But let me go right here. Now, jealousy with friends, right? You got people that are jealous of you for whatever reason. It says competitors in disguise. And then guess what? Israel, we all competitive, but it's a measure how to do it though. I'm a very competitive person when it comes to sports or whatever game or something. I feel like I'm going to win no matter what. I feel that way. But understand, it's a balance to that, right? It's a true friend claps when you win. Exactly. You gotta applaud people when they do good. Give them their flowers. But look, this is where an enemy, a hidden enemy, feels threatened by your success. Watch these signals. So these are your signals you gotta watch out for. Downplaying. They minimize your achievements as luck. Hey, people do say, "Oh, you ain't do that." Somebody can be like, "Hey, you did good." Oh, no, what you say that for? What you say that for? Because you downplaying somebody, right? They pivot. They immediately redirect the focus on themselves. Oh, they didn't do that because when I did it like that. Now you trying to big up yourself because you don't like that someone's giving somebody else's credit. That's off, right? Apathy. They are strangely silent during your biggest milestones. They don't even want to give you an applause. They keep it quiet. They're like, hey, people be like, hey man, hey, or sis, you did really good on that. Continue that. And then you got that person. Like, what you doing that for? Why you even make that noise? Yeah, right. You talking to yourself? What you doing that? That's jealousy. What you jealous for? That's a hater. That's a hater. But guess what? What do you do in them situations? You still love them no matter what. You still love them no matter what. Continue to show up, right? We're reading Sirach, the transactional friend. They are intensely present when you need something, a favor, a connection, and emotional labor. However, the moment the benefit disappears, so do they. That's a rock for you. They're a friend for an occasion. Hey, can you
Con.
take me? Or can you help me with this? Can you do that for me? They only do it when they know they get. That means you're taking advantage of a friend. You a real enemy, to be honest with you. And then it says this computer bond is a hallmark of someone who sees you as a resource rather than a human being. Right. I only need you for what you have. I don't look at you as you a smart person, you intelligent, and I can do things to look out. You should always have a mindset to reciprocate. If I look out for you, please, when the time I get low, please look at me too, if you can. And if you can't, I'm like, oh, I helped you out, but you can't help me out. But I understand. We all go through things. But when I know you do have it and you don't want to look out for me, I ain't gonna argue with you. I'm gonna be like, oh, okay. But I'm looking at you. I see how you are. But guess what? When it's time to come back around, guess what? Real deep inside, I ain't gonna want to do it, but I'm gonna do it because the law told me to do it. That's the difference. You can't be like that just because another person done you like that. You can't be like that. And it hurts though. I ain't gonna hold you up. It ain't no happy go lucky, like I can't wait to help that person out because they didn't help me out last time. That stuff like, ugh. That law locks in your mind. You gotta do it. You gotta do it. Boom. Why? Because I'd rather get the kingdom than to suffer to say no to my neighbor because I don't want to help them because I'm really holding grudges. That's what it boils down to. Right? So it says they take everything and offer only silence when you are in need. Right? Behavioral, these are red flags. Up, the information broke. Selective gossip. If they talk trash about their best friends to you, they are 100% talking trash about you to others. Gossip is the social currency. Boom. I said that earlier. If they're talking about others, best believe they're talking about you because they don't even really know how to be a friend. They just know how to cause chaos. So the Bible says
Con.
separate yourself. And when you separate yourself, that person, when they find out that friend is breaking the way, they may change and do better. So at least let your light shine on that. Privacy leaks. That's a crazy thing. If you, Johanna, and Yashwan told me a secret, don't tell nobody, that's where it's gonna stay. It's
Right.
gonna stay. And I hope it stay. That's what I should say that. I hope it stay. I ain't gonna never say I never said things that it came out like, and then I feel bad, like, dang, I said it. I shouldn't have said it. But guess what? I gotta pay that heat when it comes. I gotta pay for that heat. But now that I could be being distrustworthy to that brother if it comes back to him. So before it get back to him, I'm gonna be man enough to tell that brother, like, yo, I'm gonna tell Johanna and Yashwan, my bad, man, it slipped out. I said it. Because the person that said it and they tell another person and it comes back to that person, it may come back with a lie, with a twist. So I'd rather clean my name up before someone to tarnish my name, right? So let's say privacy leaks. They share your secrets under the guise of concern, or as just as funny story, slowly eroding your reputation behind your back. You got Israel people doing that. You got a lot of Israelites doing that. You got to stop. If you that, repent. All right. The social triangulation, the exclusion, deliberately leaving you out of plans to lower your social standing. People do that. I ain't gonna invite that person because I don't want them around me. You know, hey, why you acting like that? I'm a slow key, like shh. They gonna hang out over here. But then you all in their face, yeah, chumming it all up. That's fake. Hey, just throw it out there. If you're gonna come, you're gonna come. We open the doors for that. You ain't gonna come, you ain't gonna come. And don't always think that because people like myself, I will put myself out there. Again, like I said, I'm not always a good friend. So sometimes I might be invited to stuff, and I'm like, nah, I'm good. I ain't coming. But don't be mad at me because I ain't coming. Don't look at me and start bashing my name because I ain't coming. Hey, look at me. That's how that brother is. Because if you that way, I'm going to say the same thing about you. That's how that brother is. You can't make people come to anything that you want them to come to. You can't. You really can't, right? Because what happens is you start bashing them. Like for what? Why are you bashing them? Because the person didn't come. It's all good, right? So understand. Still continue to fight because you never know what they may be going through. Sometimes I don't tell everything what I'm going through. It may be like for myself. I may not come because I'm tired. I don't have the money to go. Or the next one, I just don't want to go. But if I tell you I might make it or I'm coming, I'm really thinking about coming. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm just gonna give you a yay or nay, or I might gonna pull up. And if I don't, I'm gonna give you a call. I ain't gonna pull up. I ain't gonna leave you hanging, right? Instigation. They create quiet conflict between you and other mutual friends. Another thing, low key, instigating things. You should have said that. You should have just said this and that. You need to go back over there and let that person know how you really feel about that. Don't let that slide. Instigate. If you're a real friend, you're supposed to say, man, just let that go. Pray for them. It's a switch. Switching charm on and off depending on who is watching them. People like to put on masks. I'm gonna show out to make myself look good. But then when that person ain't around, I'm gonna act horrible to that person. Right? We be trying to people please sometimes. Israel do that. Act yourself. Be who you are. If you a hater, be a hater. If you a gossiper, be a gossiper. If you a liar, be a liar. Just do it. Because at least I can trust you for who you are. Right? The energy cost. The energy vampire effect. Pay attention to how you feel after an interaction. Do you feel inspired? Or do you feel anxious, confused, and drained? Your body often identifies a hidden enemy before your mind does. A relationship with a frenemy is characterized by emotional dumping and one sided labor that leaves you feeling mentally depleted. Hey, if that's all you hearing is somebody bashing somebody, you should be anxious and confused and drained. Like I said earlier, they will drain your energy. So therefore, hey, tell that person. Tell that person how you really feel about them. Just tell that person how you really feel about them. Simple as that, right? Reclaiming your peace. You got to set a boundary with haters. You got to set a boundary with liars and gossipers. You got to set a boundary. Say no to a small favor. A true friend respects your limits. Again, a true friend ain't gonna be mad at you because you don't want them to do what you want them to. You're not gonna do what they want you to do. That's a true friend. I'm gonna respect it. If the brother Joshua said he's not gonna do something for me, I'm gonna respect it. If Johanna said he's not gonna do something for me, I'm gonna respect it. I'm not gonna sit back and bash him. If I say you my friend, you my friend. If I say I don't really know the brother or the sister, that's what it is. I really don't know. But I'm trying to see what the person's about. A hidden enemy becomes angry guilt trips Salakia. A hidden enemy becomes angry or guilt trips you immediately, right? Direct confrontation. Call out a joke that stings. Sometimes you gotta go to again, what we was talking about earlier. People that's gossiping, you gotta call that out. Hey, don't do that. Because guess what? You're showing love. Because now you may be hoping that person is not gossiping. Hey, they lying? So I'm like, hey man, you lying. You gotta stop lying like that. Hey, eventually they're gonna stop lying, right? If a man is a whoremonger, you gotta call him out. If she's a whore, call her out. You can't be sleeping or coming in these camps sleeping with all these men. You can't be coming to these camps laying with this woman and that woman ain't taking care of them. You got to call them out and bring them to the elders. They'll stop. And if they don't stop because they don't have the spirit of the Most High on them, simple. It says if they apologize and adjust, it was a mistake. If they say you're too sensitive, it's a red flag. Right. That's what you're supposed to get. My bad. But if they say they make every excuse, hey, that's a red flag. Observe reciprocity. It's like I'm thinking that's more reciprocate. Stop initiating for a week. See if the relationship survives without your constant effort to maintain it, right? So, hey, separate yourself and see how long the person really going to be when you're not around. And when they come around, you would know, like, hey, no, that's still my friend. And if they don't come around, that means you're like, we was never been meant to be friends anyway. Trust your instincts. That nervous stomach, when their name pops up on your phone, is data. Don't ignore it. So don't ignore the situations, right? So if you do feel some kind of way, like, hey, that that means you can't really say that's your friend. Now, don't get me wrong. Sometimes you can look at that. Hey, sometimes people can be annoying, blowing up your phone. That's just normal. But when you hear that person's name and it just irks you, hey, what's up? I thought that was your friend. And then it says, I'd rather have an honest enemy than a fake friend who secretly hates me. And that's facts, right? So that's part of that slide right there. You got anything, Yashawan?
And just to add on to that, man, I'd rather have an honest enemy than a fake friend because, it's like I was saying earlier, man. You got too many fake people out here who's rapping down they for you, but then in secretly they really against you. And in secret, they know what I'm saying, and out in public they look like your friend, but behind closed doors they find some way to bring you down.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, man, hey, why you need a fake friend who secretly hates you? Well, when you have an honest enemy out in the open, it's better for you to have an honest enemy that hates you out in the open than somebody who hates you behind closed doors. Fake friend hates you behind closed doors. And then it's even worse, man. Then it's worse than he been trying to even turn your other friends against you.
Okay.
And look, and I'm talking too. We seen that happen already with certain people. I ain't gonna say names, but y'all know who they are. Now look at him, man. Now he done lost all his friends, all his little buddies, and everybody done went that was running with him, and everybody done turned against him, all because of one person. So man, those are people that you just gotta watch out for, man. It's a dirty world out here
Okay.
and filled with dirty people.
Okay.
I'm laying there.
Okay. What about you, Johanna? You got anything?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with both of you guys are saying in this that whole statement. I'd rather have an honest enemy than a fake friend. It's kind of crazy because both are bad. So
Yeah.
you know what I mean. A fake friend, I guess that's kind of worse because it would hurt more because you expect the enemy to be to hate you, but a friend you like. Damn, I thought that was my people. Like we had like a friendship and they really don't. That's crazy to me. Like how could you do that? Act like you a friend to somebody and really don't like them. I don't get that. That's a lot of energy being wasted to me. To put up that charade, like that whole fake, thing, like wow, that's a lot of energy. I ain't got time for that.
Wow.
That kind of energy. I mean, for that kind of work. You got to really be wicked to do that. I mean, really, to put your time into act like, yeah, I'm gonna act like I'm cool, but I really don't like this person. Like, who does that?
God.
It ain't enough time for all that, man. There ain't no time to be doing all that, man. There's so much things you could be doing productive than to do something like that, where you're gaining nothing from that. But like, you know, I don't know. We don't see it, but I guess I don't know. That's just wickedness, bro. Like that's the only thing I could think is that's just some kind of wickedness that we don't understand.
Man, it's man. Man, you know, and I'm gonna just tell you, I'm gonna tell you why I'm not a hater, and I can prove why I'm not a hater. The thing about, you know, a lot of us when I was growing up, I used to be my favorite artist. My favorite group was Bone Thugs and Harmony. So you know, our people, we when we were growing up, we reflect ourselves as these musicians or basketball players, this and that. So when I first heard the word hater, it came through Bone Thugs and Harmony. I didn't know what it
Mm,
was. So when I found out the word hater, and it was like you just against people position, I was like, yeah, I ain't no hater. So they were my role models. Both Thugs and
con,
Harmony was my role models. So therefore, hey, I wanted to rap like them. I wanted to dress like them. You know, so I want to have my hair afroed out like them. I used to have my hands just like that, like them. I used to try to talk like them, and exactly like that. Like my life always been around like rappers. Like until I really came into truth and knowing like certain rappers I can't listen to because it takes me back to the mindset where I was at or what they were saying. I really want to live that life. Like that's a
mm,
so when I used to like Ti and all that, and they talk about the real and they haters, I use that as like, you know what? Yeah, I'm not like that. So I always use that, whether it was a bad message in the rap, but I took something out of that and implemented till to this day that I would never be a hater because I'm against it. Right. So, and then when I come in this truth, I read that the Most High is against it. So now I try my best to implement the Father and the Son. So I can't be a hater because I don't want to be a hater. That's too much energy. That's
con,
stupid stuff. I'm mad because something like if someone said, hey, Johanna, Yashawan, hey, I love the way y'all teach and I love the way you read. But Micah Allah, screw him. I'm not gonna be mad at Yashawan and you because someone gave you a compliment. I'm not gonna say, hey, but look, they really can't see me on like why would I do? That's a waste of energy.
con,
Give the brothers their flowers and call it a day. And guess what I would do? You right, man. Them brothers on point. Them brothers on point. Hey, I'm not everybody's cup of tea, so you gotta understand that. When you understand your position, you gotta understand that everybody's gonna agree or like you. You gotta code that, and that's cool. But you gotta be comfortable within yourself. If you're not comfortable within yourself, then you become weak-minded and you start being a hater. You gotta be strong. So if any compliment I give a brother, I mean that, and that's a stamp. The Most High knows that. I mean that. I ain't gonna be like, yeah, man. Hey, Yashuan, I love the way you break your precepts down, man. Hey, man, you be killing it like that, bro. And then once he say the water, and I turn back, man, that dog can't see me though. Like, for what? That you a hater. That's why. Or if someone's come to you and say, yo, Yashuan, I like the way you broke that down. And then the brother say, man, all praise to the Most High. And then the brother come out of nowhere, or me, I'll just use me. I'll come out of here. Yeah, right, they lied. What you say that for? Why? Because guess what? You're making yourself as a hater.
Hey, you know what? I'm at on something to that, man. You really got some brothers that would really do that, though. They do it in a joking way, but at
Yes,
the same time, they serious too. Like you
absolutely.
gotta take heed to that. I ain't saying nobody LOY does that,
Con,
but
con,
you got some people that really do that. So
con,
man, when you see them do that, man, you got to put that in check real quick.
con.
I ain't talking about no type of chin check. We're like, hey man, bro, let me put it to the side, man. What was that about? You know what I'm
God,
saying? I mean, why you saying that this brother compliment me, then you turn around and say, man, yeah, I ain't all that. And then you know what I'm saying, everybody laugh about it. And you probably like y'all just playing, but at the same time, you serious.
Man, that's some hate stuff, man. I'll laugh it off. I'll laugh it off because it ain't that serious. Because you know why? I'm thick in my skin to know that I love me. I can't, again, man, you just don't let people try to take your joy. You just
Con.
can't. You just can't. And I'm with you, Yashwan. Hey, sometimes you got put like I know you that type of brother. Hey, man, what you say that for? Let me holler at you with that. Man, me sometimes if it's directed to me, I just let it go. It ain't that serious because for me, I'm cool who I am. And I don't make nobody say anything about what I don't know what you're supposed to say. I'm me. I'd rather give you the flowers before you give me flowers. It's to me, I feel weird when someone try to compliment me. I kind of feel weird, but I have to understand that I look at it, that's the Most High using that person to tell me something. And I'm just going to say all praise to the Most High and keep it pushing.
But
Just keep
me, I'm sorry, this man. I was saying, LOY, man. We got too much light, man. We ain't got no shade to be throwing. We ain't got no shade to throw. We got too much light to throw out there. No room for this, no shade.
all right.
That's
Let
what
me
I
bring
love about us.
all right, so let me all praises. Let me get this video right here. Hold on. I lost no. I found it. I'm gonna use her. All right, so this little small clip, I want y'all to pay attention to what she said. Right? This is so real.
Are 5 signs that they are not really your friend. And I'm not talking about the obvious stuff, like they talk behind your back or switch stuff on you. I'm talking about the quiet signs that people really don't fool with you. Okay. Number one,
Hold on, so
they
like,
only support the
can y'all hear that?
A little bit, but not really.
Hey, ask the chat. Can it? Oh, I would have to look at it because I'm pushing it. Chat, can y'all put one in the chat if y'all can hear this young lady talking? It says, all right, you saying it's low. All right, so let me see if I can turn this up a little bit more.
Since Kasada said sounds a little muffled.
Oh, okay. Oh, you can see the chat, Yashua?
Trying off my phone.
here are 5 signs that they are not really
Yeah, it sounds better.
That
It
sounds
sounds
better?
better now.
Okay, come.
your friend. And I'm not talking about the obvious stuff, like they talk behind your back or switch stuff on you. I'm talking about the quiet signs that people really don't fool with you. Okay. Number one, they only support the version of you that doesn't intimidate them.
Remember we read in that slide what it says competition. So if they feel like they can beat you in something, they're gonna hate on something. Because they rather take your praise and make it feel like they're better. Like, and that's a thing in Israel. That I don't get it, but it's a balance to that. Like we can compete. If we playing basketball, like I don't play no more, but when I play basketball, I will compete to the fullest. But at the end of the day, if my man say like, "Yo, my man can hoop," I'm like, "Yeah, he can do. He can hoop." Or if I'm wrestling with somebody and he be like, "Hey man, my man pretty strong," I'm gonna be like, "No, he weak because you see how I was doing it." I'm not gonna do that. Like, no, my man. If he really is that way, he really is that way. I'm not gonna be and put my light on me, right? We're not gonna do that, right? You gotta be careful because they only compliment you when they don't feel like it's no competition in it. But when if it's something that you do what they do, oh, they're going to hate. They're gonna hate. They can't help it. And they don't even realize they're doing it. But hey, it happens.
Right? They are fine when you were confused and obsessed over oh boy. They were fine when you were struggling. They were fine when you needed advice. But the moment that you start getting clear, confident, or visible, they act different. That's not friendship, y'all. That is comfort with you being beneath your potential. Number two, they make your good news awkward. You tell them something exciting, and all of a sudden it gets weird. They don't ask questions, they don't celebrate. They give you that dry, like, oh, Must be nice. Some people
That's a hater.
can sit with your pain better than they can stand your progress. Number three, they always need you humbled. Every time you feel good about yourself, here they come with a joke. Every time you are proud of yourself, here they come reminding you of who you used to be. And every time you get excited, they have to find a way to bring the room temperature down. A real friend does not need to shrink you to feel normal. Number four, they know what hurts you and they keep playing with it. They disguise it as humor. They say you're too sensitive. They act like you're doing too much. They heard you, they just don't respect it. And number five, they benefit from your loyalty, but they don't return it. So you defend them, show up for them, you make room for them and give them grace. But when it's time for them to show up for you, suddenly they don't know what to say. They don't want to get involved. They just want to stay neutral, right? Hear me clearly. A person who always benefits from your friendship but disappears when it's time to prove that they're a friend is not your friend. They are a familiar face with unsafe intentions. And I know that this might sound harsh, but some of you are calling people friends just because they've been around for a long time. Time does not make somebody loyal, consistency does.
Man, she killed it. She killed it. That's facts. That's facts, man. I don't care how long
And
you've been
that
with somebody.
That ain't facts to me, man. That's the stone cold truth right there.
God. Like, for real.
Salaki,
Like,
and that was right out of Cyrock. Everything she was saying, that was what we just read in Cyrock.
God.
She was
Absolutely.
saying the same things.
Absolutely. She don't even realize she's speaking the Bible. If
Right.
she,
That's the thing, right? I don't even know if she knows that.
Con. So I ain't gonna put it like she ain't, like she don't know that, but she may. I don't know. I don't know her. But
Right.
she's speaking from the Bible. You know what I'm saying? And that's why it's a real thing out here. If it wasn't real for Israel, then it wouldn't be written in the Bible.
That's right.
So hey, this is why we know we the people, because the
That's
people
right. That's
with jealous,
spiritual.
we don't compliment one another. And that's another thing. The hater and the non compliment, that's all that is boils into jealousy.
That's it.
Jealousy and envy. Like, why am I jealous of my brother? And we supposed to be like, I want you to be great. Why are you sister jealous of that sister? You should want her to be great. Not clown them. Not disrespect them. You know, you got people hate. You know, it's like, let's say even with teachers, man. If you ain't Bishop Nathaniel, you ain't Priest Daniela, you ain't on Tazariak, I don't want to hear nobody else because they can't teach like them. That's some hating type stuff. Right? That's hater. Again, you like who you like, but understand you can learn from anybody.
That's right.
You be a lot of times the Most High, just because those brothers I named and been mighty in His truth, it doesn't mean that the people that's less mightier than them can't tell you anything about the Word of God. The Most High deal with everybody differently. Simple. Hey, it's a young lady, I'm speaking something that happened Saturday. A young lady in our camp said something that was very profound, and we were just asking like what we should do, what can we do, and the young lady said this. She said, "Hey, y'all need to get back on start doing group calls." Right? The young lady, 19 years old. You talking about 40, 30-year-old, 50-year-old people in the building. 30, 40, 50-year-old people ain't thinking about that. But a 19-year-old says that. You have to really think like, wow, that's wise. That keeps away trouble. That keeps in the engagement. That was beautiful. So when I think of stuff like that, like, wow, you can learn from anybody.
That's right.
I don't care what you have, leaders or whatever. You can learn from anybody. You can never say you can't learn from nobody, especially a kid. especially the young generation right now, when they got their head on a swivel, man, you can learn a lot because they know what's out there. And us as adults, we're trying to figure out, like, dang, this is crazy. What do that mean? What do they mean? They already on game because that's their surroundings. So they can teach you something where you can look at it like, oh, that's what that is. Oh, that's wicked as hell. Oh, okay, I get it now, but that's wicked. But they can teach you something and show you something. Don't degrade the young because they're the next in line to finish the teaching.
Con.
Don't degrade them.
Right.
All right, I'm gonna got a couple more, and let me go. Sirach. Let me get Colossians. Let me get Colossians 3:13.
Con. This is the book of Colossians 3:13. Forbearing one another and forgiving one another. If any man have a quarrel against any, even as Christ forgave you, so also do ye.
He said, so even as Christ forgave you, you do the same. So
Con.
that means when you got a problem with somebody, hey, forbear one another, right? Let's see what forbear means since we don't see that often, right? We're about to find out what forbearing is in the Greek. To hold oneself erect and firm, to sustain, to bear, to endure. So I wanted to bring that word out, endure. So when you're going through a problem with somebody, you have to endure this to the end. Endure one another means no matter what you go through with that person, learn how to stay cordial. Don't cut them off to the point where they don't exist in your life and you got to be around them. Hey, you can forgive them what they done, but you can always be cordial. That's why it says, and forgiving one another. When you say you write somebody off and you don't want to forgive them, you're not being like Christ.
Con. That's wrong.
Exactly.
A hefty price.
You not and another thing, you can say this. This is what some people do. They may be like, I forgive them, but I just don't deal with them. That's off. Right? Because when you say you don't deal with them, it's because you're still mad at what they done to you. That's why you don't deal with them, because you're still upset that what they done, said, or how they moved on you. Hey, the Bible says, forgive one another, and you can't make no excuse about it. Again, it's all about just be cordial. You can forgive somebody and you can deal with them different, because that's the thing. I may not deal with you in conversations. I may not deal with you in hanging out with you, but I'm going to deal with you when you're around me, though. Rather, if I move around you, I'm going to say, excuse me. If I see you, like, hey, how you doing, bruh? Or how you doing, sis? You all right? Cool. Leave it as that. Oh, shoot. Hey, somebody left their keys. Oh, it's sisters or brothers. Hey, bruh, man, it was your keys. Boom. Hey, I ain't got to kick it with you, but I got to be cordial and I got to be respectful because you my neighbor.
Con.
Because it says, if any man have a quarrel, I'm gonna just let it go for the sake of time. Quarrel is arguing, just constantly arguing, got a problem, creating problems in the congregation against any, even as Christ forgave you, you so also do you, because you know why? You do Christ wrong. So what makes you think that your neighbor ain't gonna do you wrong and you don't want to forgive him? Or you want to hold on to the forgiveness and held on to the grudge, and then you don't think Christ ain't gonna do that, Yahweh's not gonna do the same thing to you? You can't get around that. You can't get around it. It's just, hey, I forgive you. That's what it is. Period.
Especially if you're supposed to be in the truth and you're supposed to know these laws. So you're, like you said, you're off because you know better. And you don't forgive somebody, that means you in a sin.
Con. And sin. Right? Let me get 6 things, right? The most high hate, right? Let me get this Proverbs 6 real quick. See, You got to understand. See, God hates certain things about Israel, right? And if you fit that, this should sting you. This should sting you if you fit this equation. Go ahead.
Proverbs 6:16. These 16 doth the Lord hate. Yea, 7 are an abomination unto him. A proud look,
People that think they better than another person. Go ahead.
a lying tongue,
We said liars just be lying for no apparent reason. Go ahead.
and hands that shed innocent blood.
Right. So we know a lot of people in the truth are not just shedding innocent blood, but guess what you're doing? You're spreading innocent blood by shedding someone's name, slaying their name around. Right. So you got to fit that in that category, because hey, you're trying to make people hate that person. That's what you're doing.
Right.
That's what you're doing. I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna tell you a secret about that person, and that person didn't even tell you. So you're spreading that lie, and then guess what? You're shedding blood on that person's name. And then you're saying bad things about that person, and then you don't even think when that person confronts you, you said this, you don't even see there's nothing wrong with what you said. That's horrible, right? Verse 18.
Con. And heart that deceiveth wicked imaginations.
That devises wicked imaginations. So guess what they doing? They're constantly thinking bad about you. That's them sunglasses. I'm telling you, hey, a lot of people wear sunglasses to watch you. A lot of people wear sunglasses to watch you, and a lot of times they're having wicked imaginations. Like, come on, man. Like, we spiritual people, we understand. And they can be wearing it when it's dark outside. Why you got those sunglasses when it's dark outside?
Right.
Because I'm watching you. That's all that's what they really said. I just don't wanna, I just want to wear it for this. No, you wearing it because you watching me, or you watching another brother and sister. And you got wicked imaginations in your mind. So you're talking about people through them sunglasses.
Yo, bro, you just put me up on something. I never knew that. I never thought of that. Like you said, you see people with sunglasses on at the nighttime, like, and I never really thought like why they, but you just told me just now. I'm like, wow, that's the reason they doing that. That's crazy, and you see that a lot. I mean, the dark black shades in the nighttime.
Right, because you can't see their eyeballs.
You can't see nothing, bro.
But you gotta. The thing is, your spirit connects to that. It doesn't mean that they may be talking about you, but you know why they put glasses on, because a lot of them are observing everything. I'm watching the whole scene, and while they're watching the whole scene, they're having wicked imaginations.
And they don't want you to know that they're doing that.
Absolutely, but the Most High, guess what? The
Bro,
Most High, when you in the spirit, the Most High will nudge you. He tells you, but you ain't gotta say nothing. It's because guess what? It's between you and the Most High. People wear sunglasses to say it's for an outfit, and that's cool. That could be true. Not everybody does that. I'm not gonna put that on everybody though. Not everybody does it. But understand, it's people that does it so they can watch the scene and they can speak evil about you.
And not be seen. You can't tell they doing it.
Absolutely. But the spirit, you pick up that spirit. It ain't necessarily gotta be talking about you, but they talk about somebody. They talk about somebody.
Right. And it's like you said, bro. I've seen that. Matter of fact, back in the days when we was doing, we wasn't in the truth. When I wasn't in the truth, and we used to be in clubs, and you were in a club, a dark. The club is dark already because the lights are low, and people got on dark shades. And I never really. I used to look at it like, yo, why are they wearing shades? Like, why would you be wearing dark glasses inside of a club? Because and now you just put me onto it. I'm like, I look at it from that, that aspect. Like I thought you thought you was cool. That was a cool look. To me, it looked ridiculous. But like you said, it was ulterior motive. There's another motive behind that. Not like just fashion. It's not just fashion. There's something else going on. I didn't know, bro. That's crazy.
And again, it's like some people wear it just because, again, there's nothing wrong wearing them. But some people want to observe, like, well, I'm watching the scene. I'm watching what's going on. And ain't nothing wrong with that, because that's what normally what people do wear them like at night. They're observing. If they're not a person that starts stuff or nothing like that, they wear them to be observed. Like, I see who the craziest person around here. The most quietest one that's not saying nothing. He's the most craziest one and the dangerous one around me. The loudest one, I'm not worried about him.
Right.
He's nothing to me. It's that quiet one that got this mean mug on his face, and he's looking to think of something when he's going to do and how he's going to escape. That's the guy you have to be careful with. Or that's the woman you got to be careful with. Is when they sit there and watch and they act like they dressing up with a fit or whatever. You got brothers or sisters do it just to disguise themselves so they can talk about you. Especially if you're a gossiper, you got more ammunition to talk. Because some people can't talk unless they gossip. They don't know how to have real conversation. It got to be a gossip.
That's crazy.
So, hey, again, repent Israel. If you that brother that does that, or sister that does that, repent Israel. Simple as that. Go ahead, read the rest.
Con. A heart that deceiveth wicked imaginations, feet that be swift in running to mischief. Crazy.
Quick to run
A
and go
false
get
witness. Say it again.
Said just quick to get into some drama.
Oh, con. A false witness that speaketh lies, and he that soweth discord among brethren.
Right. So you gossip and bring a false lie and just lie about somebody's character, and then you create a problem of arguments. And guess what? The person that creates it is never around. And guess what they got? They got them sunglasses on in the middle, just watching people arguing in the midst of it. And by you forget who started it. You're only fighting with the ones that responded to you, but the one that started it is always out the limb. You can't never find them. So we got to be careful. The Most High said he hates that type of thing, right? I got one more. Hey, what you got, Yashawan, if you got anything?
You know what, man? To me, that's sickening when you got people that raise a false report on other people, slandering gospel and slandering their name for no apparent reason. And then when something bad go down, and they're looking at it, you know what I'm saying? They turn around looking at it and laughing at it. That's even worse. I don't get it, man. They just sit back and be laughing like, man, ha, look, I got these two dummies fighting over something I said.
That's so wicked.
That's just, I mean, that stuff's wicked, bro. I'm like, man, y'all crazy, man.
My aunts do that, dog.
But dog, how you gonna sit back and laugh, dog, over something that you started?
God.
Our people so wicked, bro. It made no sense.
I hope my auntie and them hear this class, man, because I don't care, man. They need to hear this stuff, man. Like, I'm in a season I don't give a care no more, man. Like, we in the 5th seal and about to be the 6th, man. I don't care no more, man. Hate me or love me, man. I just want to do right by the Most High. simple as that.
That's right.
Simple as that. That's some true stuff, man. All right, so then, and you ain't never like Joshua. They be sitting back laughing, man. They started the whole thing and they laughing about. I seen it, man. I seen it. All right, let me get Revelations 21, right? You on point with that, Joshua, for sure.
All praise the Most High, man. This is what they do.
So wicked, though. All right, Revelation 21:7.
Con, he that overcometh shall inherit all things, and I will be his God, and he shall be my son.
So, man, hey, learn and get along with everybody, man.
That's right.
That's all it is. As much as you can, because you overcome it, the problems, because you're supposed to go through these things. Understand, people gonna talk bad about you. especially if that's part of your weaknesses when you grew up that way, and they may say things, they may try to offend you. This is all about a buildup. The Most High used people to build you up. So I would say this: if he's using to build you up and make you feel using people to make you feel some kind of way, he's doing that out of love because he wants you to stop doing that. He wants you to use his way of showing kindness by forgiving them and letting them be, because that's how you're going to grow. But the worst thing is to be as he's using the person as a weapon. If you're being used as a weapon by the Most High, that's the bad side you want to be on, because he's using you for evil. But to make somebody to be refined, to be good, to turn as gold. So you don't want to be the hater that try to make somebody feel low. You want to be the one that's going to side up, congratulate them, and big up in them. Because that hater is going to get dealt with by the Most High. Or the gossiper. The gossiper is supposed to it should make you feel some kind of way. But how you react? How do you react to it? Because God, the Most High said we ain't supposed to be doing that. So if a person is doing that, the Most High is using that person for evil. So that should make the person that's being used for evil turn away from it. Because we all want to be used for good for the Most High. You don't want to be like, the Most High used me to be a hater. The Most High used me to be a liar. The Most High used me to be a whoremonger, an adulteress. The Most High used me to create amongst brothers and sisters. You don't want that. That's the bad side that the Most High using you. And then you're going to turn around like, now I'm going to punish you for that. But he's using that person to build that other person up, to refine you, right? So always take everything that's negative, take it as that the Most High is using that to be a positive thing in your life. Because that's how you're going to overcome these things and inherit to the kingdom. But the flip side, go ahead, Joshua.
You go ahead.
But on the flip side of those that God uses to build people up, these are the people. Read verse 8.
Good. But the fearful and unbelieving and abominable and murderers
and whoremongers. Those murderers also are slanders. You talk bad about people behind their back and make lies and rumors, you are murdering your brother's name. Because the Bible said, I'm butchering it, but I'm going to tell you. It says something in this way. A man should have a good name. Right? The Bible speaks about having a good name.
That's right.
So if you murder that person's name without their consent, you are a murderer. And who else going to be there? What else it says?
And whoremongers
Want to
and
go around
sorcerers
and sleep with this person and doing all kind of witchcraft and idolaters, making people, hey, come over here and believe what I believe. Don't listen what they teach. Believe what I believe, because what they saying is some BS. They don't know what they talking about. So believe what I believe, right? I want you to believe in another doctrine, an idolater. Go ahead.
And all liars.
And all liars. Lying about someone's name or just lying, period. Go ahead.
Shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death.
That's where you're going to be at. So guess what, brothers and sisters? If you fit those categories, repent. Include myself. Repent. I have to repent. If I do any of these things, again, I'm not your best friend. I will be loyal to you, but I ain't your best friend. I can tell you that. Because a best friend, he's gonna check all the boxes. But what I'm gonna say, I'm a friend to you if I say you my friend. Because you can count on me, but you can always not sometimes count on me. That's another thing. So I'm just keeping it real. Just keeping it real. I don't care if people say you can always count on me. That's a lie. You can't always count on everybody because people can be busy. Can't always count on everybody. So guess what? You show up when you are available. That's what a friend is. So when you put those extra titles, I'm your best friend, you're not. Oh, I'm the realest friend, you're not. But if you just say, hey, man, or if you say, I'm a good friend, you're not. If you just say, hey, that's my friend, that's what it is. Leave it as that. Quit throwing extra titles to something where you can't live up to that. Because
Right.
if things happen, doesn't mean that you a hater or all that other extra stuff, but that means sometimes just leave it as a friend. That's my best friend. Okay, why you saying that? Because now that best friend could turn their back on you. No, they're not your best friend because they don't do the best of everything for you. They may do some things for you, but they not do the best thing for you. Be careful how we use those words or those titles. Friend, that's my friend. Simple as that.
That's right.
All my LOI brothers, they're my friends. They're my friends. That's my family, right? That's how deep I can go with that. That's my family. You can't get deeper than that. Go ahead, Yashima.
So I'm inside this, man. It ain't gonna be. I'm inside this when you get out to the wilderness. And I'm saying before you get there, man, if you're a slanderer, if you out here back talking behind your friend's back really bad, if you out here secretly hating your brother or your sister, if y'all got that desire and that lust to sleep with your brother's wife or to sleep with your sister's husband, hey, all that other stuff, man, you better get it up before we get to the wilderness. And now's a good time to do it. All right, y'all know it or not, we are on our way there. If you ain't got it out with you by then, you and that fire gonna become the best of friends. So you might as well get used to it if you ain't trying to get it out. See, all that stuff is not getting that in the wilderness, and all that is not going into the kingdom. If you somebody saw in Discord amongst brothers and sisters, that's not going to get in the kingdom. And neither is you. It ain't gonna be nothing but peace, love, and happiness there. Or us kicking Esau's butt. But other than that, all the other stuff, man, is not getting in there.
Con.
So you better deal with it right now while you got a chance. There would be no secret enemies in this kingdom. I said there would be no niggas in the kingdom. There would be no hoes in the kingdom. None of that's getting in there. There ain't no fruitcakes either. Almost definitely ain't getting in the kingdom. Like I said, man, just work on, examine yourself, man. Work on yourself every day.
Hey, you know what? Real quick. Hey, you got anything, Johanna? I got one more scripture. You got anything before we leave off that?
No, I'll wait till you finish. Yeah, you can bring the scripture. I'll do it.
Because this came to mind. 1 John 3:15. Read that real quick.
Con, it's John 3:15. 1 John. Whosoever hateth his brother is a murderer.
Hold on. What did Revelation 21:8 says? That will be.
They ain't getting in.
Go back. Let me see if I can go back real quick. Right there, it says what? But the fearful and unbelieving and abominable and murderers, right?
That's right.
So now let's go back. Read 15 again.
Con, whosoever hateth his brother is a murderer.
I didn't make that up. So when you talk bad about your neighbor, you hate him. When you lie about your neighbor, you hate him. When you don't forgive your neighbor, you hate him. If a person talk bad about me and I don't confront them, that's my fault. That's not that person's fault. But then guess what? If I allow myself to grow of unforgiveness and a grudge, that's on me. I have hatred towards my brother or my sister. I become a murderer. Rather than the person started it. I become a murderer. You got to live through the law. You can't live it by your own law. Your own law going to put you to death. Your own law going to tell you, don't forgive them. But the Most High law says, forgive them. If you love God more than you love yourself, because that's prideful when you say, I ain't going to do that. That's pride. You're telling the Most High, I'm not going to do that. That's what you're saying. Rather you don't say it or not, but that's what you said. I'm not going to do that. Well, you telling the Most High, I'm not forgiving them. Okay, how that works. You can sound good. You can sound great to the crowd, but guess what? You gotta pay for that. Every idle word that comes out of our mouth, we have to pay for that.
Right.
Right?
And you know what? I'm saying this too. If you said that this do say I'm not doing it, but then you turn around and do it anyway, then compared to the person that say, yeah, I'm gonna do it, and then turn around and don't do it. And once I go have mercy on the one that said he wasn't gonna do it and then turn around and done it.
That's right, King. I finished it out, Johanna. Good one.
And ye know that no murderer hath eternal life abiding in him.
Simple. I ain't even got to break that down.
Right.
That's simple. But go ahead, Johanna. I'm done what I have to say.
No, I was just going to add on to and say like, yeah, this is a great class because it's speaking about some real stuff. And my whole thing with it is that, like I said earlier, I don't have that energy to be, talking behind people's back. I don't got the energy. It's not enough time for that. Ain't no time for that. Not that kind of nonsense. There's no place for that kind of nonsense. Just and you acting like you cool with somebody and then just being wicked, like talking about them. I don't get it. Like, but my spirit is I always think, and my spirit is like, I'd rather have friends than enemies. You know what I mean? Because we already got everybody hates us. All other nations hate us, and now I'm gonna make more enemies with my own people. That doesn't make sense to me.
And you know what? I said that last class too, man. Israel got enough enemies as it is.
As it is.
God.
So man, we don't need no more enemies, man. We need more unity, man. We need more brotherhood. We need more sisterhood.
That's right.
That's what we need more of, man. Because like I said, the world hates us, man. They want us dead and gone. Literally want us dead and gone, and not us. Right, man. I say at least the one. You know what I'm saying? I would say like this, man. More of the black men, no matter what tribe, more of us than our women. They want us out of here, man. So we need to be like, hey, man, we need to get together, man. I don't care what camp you're from. I don't care if you as an individual, like, man, we need to get together because, like I said, man, people out here, they want us up out of here. They hate they decide this, man, they hate how aggressive we can be. But they hate our authority. That's what I'm going to say. They really despise our authority. They know that when a black man talk, he don't talk soft. The black man talks with some authority. Like, man, look, when I say something, you better move. You better execute. You better not ask. Like, if I tell you to jump, you better not even ask how high. You better just do it. You just better get it done. That's how your house shot when he talked. That's how Most High talked. He talked. And like you were saying earlier about, saying that not going to do this, or you tell Most High you ain't going to do that. People got to understand, bro. We do his will his way. We don't do our will our way. Like you said, our will always gonna get it or get us put somewhere we don't want to be at.
Right.
We better do his will his way. What the Most High says goes. And like you said, my words will not come back void. So it's like you go do it or you ain't. Not laying there.
So the moral of the lesson, quit putting titles to your name when you can't hold up to that job. So just call a friend or call them family. Simple as that. Quit saying I'm the best out of that. I'm your this, because I'm telling you, when we say that we are the best, you got to hold on to that. If you say, hey, yo, I can always count on that person, that person got to hold on. Like if they say you can always count on me, you got to hold on to that. You got to hold on to that thing. So if I need you on 4:00 in the morning, I should be able to count on you to answer the phone and be there. If you're not, then you're not on. I can always count on you then. You are just a friend. Simple as that.
Con.
We love to throw those titles to make ourselves look good. Hey, everybody that I know I consider as my family is my family. Those that's not even in the truth, even though I was born from them, yeah, my mom and my dad, hey, that is my heart. That's my family. My cousins, that's my heart and my family. Hey, I love them still, but I want them to repent. Simple
Right.
as that. I want them to repent. My homeboys out there that's not in the truth, I love them dearly. I want them to repent. Why? Because I know that salvation is near. Is we all have a chance for salvation, but destruction is near. So other than that, man, I appreciate you all y'all Shalakia. Yashawan. I appreciate you, Yashawan, for allowing me to do a part 2 off the lesson you done a few Saturdays ago. And just thank you, brother, for being here, doing the lesson. Of course, Johanna, great reading as always, and good input, man. I truly do appreciate y'all, brothers, and pray for Ara and Palaya. You know, them brothers, man, you know, the original that's normally be here. Hey, pray that we all come together next week. But man, it's an honor doing the work with you, Yashawan, and you, Johanna.
Con. We all we got, brother. What's that from New Jack City? We all we got, bro.
God.
And it's the truth. Israel is all we got is each other, bro. Nobody else love us. Nobody else care about us. We all we got. So we gotta be, we gotta be right with each other.
God.
Man. And like I said, man, I'm my brother's keeper. And no, I ain't talking about the Cain's way either.
God.
With that, man, I'm with you. Like I said, y'all my bros. I go to war with y'all. And I, you know what I'm saying, I be at peace with y'all.
That's right.
Well, like I said, man, when I'm out there, y'all out there swinging swords, I'm out there swinging that sword. And you know what I'm saying? We gonna go down together, we going down together. But as far as that, we ain't going down, we getting up. We going up from here. I said, Israel not been on the bottom long enough, and like I said, man, it's only up from here.
That's right.
And nobody's stopping us. And like I said, before, man, anybody come against my brother, they coming up against me. And that's just how it rolls. And like I said, all God and glory and praise to the Most High God, man. I met Cornel that day. I'm really glad about that, man. If he want him, I probably wouldn't be amongst y'all right now today.
Well said, brother. Well said. Also, I want to throw this flyer out again, just trying to bring it out to the day hits. LOY Detroit is having the 2nd annual Friends and Family Fun Day. It's a fundraiser. With the fun day starts July 26th, 12 to 8 p.m. If you want to do a 50-50 raffle, it's a $5 ticket. You include your name in the comments when registering and then buying the raffle ticket. And they're going to be cash prizes at the place at the fun day, and it's going to be a talent show and Bible trivia for the children. If you want to RSVP, you do it by the 19th of July. $15 per household, $10 adult. If you got any questions, you can email us at loidetroit12@gmail.com, and we accepting the cash apps, and the $ LOI Detroit is the cash app where you can send the money at. But other than that, I say shalom to y'all brothers. Hey, definitely later on, you got Yashawan and Elder Karab. They having a class later on this evening at 8 o'clock. So definitely tune into that. Yashawan gonna be a busy man today. So hey, keep the work in, brother. That's keep doing that for the Most High.
That's right.
Tomorrow you got Sham's class. Check that out. I'll be forgetting this class time. I might be 8 o'clock, so I'm gonna just push for 8 o'clock. One of the funniest good teachers in LOI, I can tell you that.
Hey, Micah, the other day you was commenting on it, and I talked to Karab and I sent him a text. I said, bro, you gotta see his class. It's crazy because he be doing, like you said, the sound effects. Like I'll be crying. But he be bringing some stuff out, but he just add that little bit of stuff with the sound effects. Like I'll be like, and his commentary His classes are great classes, bro. Like all of our classes are great classes, bro.
God,
But
God.
Sam's class is like you just be like, okay, I gotta tune in for this.
God, you gotta tune in. I hate when I be listening like, dang.
Right?
Dang.
Yeah. You gotta go back. Like, let me check
Gotta
that
go
joint
back.
out. Sam's
God.
crazy.
God. So also you got Wednesday, the brother Micah Allah grabbed the milk from Mike. Micah Allah teach that
That's
milk.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Wise brother in LOY. So hey, continue to tune into this class. Thursday, you got Elder Zahab, the good teacher. He's a good speaker and a good teacher at the same time. So definitely tune into his class. And then, of course, again, you got Friday, me and the brother Debak, a wise, silent, calm teacher. That's Debak. Really good teachers. So hey, just give everybody, the brothers, they flies what they deserve. And you know, hey, Saturday, we already understand. It's just what it is. It's a standing ovation. You ain't gotta say too much to Priest Daniela class on Saturday at 10 in the morning. So hey, tune in, support brothers, and that's what Israel need to do. LOI and Israel support one another. That's all we gotta do. Because we do that, man, we are great and we're strong together and we're set apart. So, hey, shalom, everybody.
Shalom, brother.
Shalom.
Yep. I made this during the pandemic, y'all.
To unleash the full power of the federal government that is separate today, I am officially declaring a national
Let's
emergency.
go.
Father in the sky, I shed tears, I don't know why, but I'm a child of the Most High, so they can't break me if they try. Father in the sky, I shed tears, I don't know why, but I'm a child of the Most High, so they can't break me if they try.
The curses, the plagues, is it all a dream? The curfew, the troops, the world's on quarantine. The social, the 6 degrees of separation. The troubles of Jacob, the need for preparation. My vision is focused, I won't speed a rush. And if there's hate in your blood, then you need a flush. Yes, the priest is back, the Most High be praised. I'm making them sick, this song is 5G waves. As real as they come, won't find no fugazi. A man amongst men, so Gail and Oprah hate me. And Jesus had warrants. Paul wrote letters to Corinth. And Esau is red, and Donald Trump is orange. The faces, the gestures, that cat is so comedic. Corona, the virus, the plagues is sent on Egypt. We were slaves, led away to other gods. I ain't preaching shy, I'm killing them with current laws.
Father in the sky, I shed tears, I don't know why, but I'm a child of the Most High, so they can't break me if they try. Father in the sky, I shed tears, I don't know why, but I'm a child of the Most High, so they can't break me if they try.
The riches, the fame, is it all for Skrilla? The mask and the gloves so COVID doesn't kill you. The panic, the fear, the news is so fallacious. The Isley, the brothers, they say it's so contagious. The doctors, the nurses, the need for ventilators. The 1,200 cash they gave to stimulators. The signs and the warnings, don't forget the scriptures. Prevention and cure funded by special interests. Still in the streets, surely. Some say that he's worldly. Flow is sick like why Tekashi got released early. The judges, the lawyers, they say there's no defense. Season 8 Game of Thrones, cause it don't make no sense. And that's the rundown, TV is saturated. The fear is the push to get us vaccinated. We were slaves, led away to other gods. I ain't preaching shy, I'm killing them with current laws.
Father in the sky, I shed tears, I don't know why, but I'm a child of the Most High, so they can't break me if they try. Father in the sky,
Like I said,
I shed tears, I don't know Most High, so they can't
And I
break
see
me
y'all
if
nodding
they
y'all
try.